right, today is November 2nd, and I am 33 weeks and 5 days. I had to go to check in with my MFN doctor. I got put on the monitor for the non-stress test. Everything looked fine. I normally on Tuesdays would get an ultrasound with the midwife. However, because I am getting a growth scan on Friday, she did not feel the need to do an ultrasound today, because everything that they're going to be doing in the ultrasound on Friday, she'll be doing it today, and the difference in days really doesn't make a big deal. I did, however, explain to her that my headaches are not intense. The intensity is not increasing, but the frequency is increasing. And she just told me to make sure I bring that up to my OB tomorrow. I think I'm going to end up getting my cervix checked tomorrow as well. The reason I feel like they're going to check my cervix tomorrow, possibly when I go see the OB, is because I did tell her I've been feeling a lot of pressure and pain when I walk. And Sunday I just felt like it was so much pressure, I felt like he was going to fall out. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm at the point where I'm very much uncomfortable. She did say and confirm that I will not be pregnant beyond November 29th, which will put me at 37 weeks and 4 days. They prefer me not to go into labor prior to that, but I will not be pregnant later than that. They're hoping that I can stay pregnant for at least the next 14 days. She said that's the most critical time frame. I'm stopping right now to get a bit to eat, but I wanted to come in real quick and give y'all an update for today. I will check in with y'all again tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. Hey, you guys, it is November 3rd, 2021. It is 2:01 in the afternoon. I am at my dad's mechanic shop, and I need to check my blood sugar. So I figured this would be a perfect time to update you guys on today's appointment. So today's Wednesday, and I don't know if you guys remember, I told you I now have to go to the doctor every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, I see my maternal fetal medicine doctor, better known as the high-risk doctor. And on Wednesdays, I see my OB. So I saw the OB today. Appointment went fairly uneventful. It went as normal. They checked my weight. My weight is still not gaining any weight, not losing any weight, which I've maintained a size weight of 213 pounds this whole pregnancy. I think the biggest that I got at one point was 215, but then I quickly lost that weight. I don't know what's going on, but the baby is measuring fine. But at this appointment, he checked my weight, my vital signs. I am currently at 212 this week. And my vitals looked good. My temperature was normal, 98 point whatever. My blood pressure was really good. It was 120 something over 80, which is where they wanted it to go. I normally don't use these alcohol swabs just because I be home when I do this normally. But because I'm at my dad's mechanic shop, and you can never be too safe. But anyway, at the appointment, they did measure my fundal height, or the height of my uterus. I am measuring on track. I am measuring at 34 weeks. I am actually 33 weeks and 6 days today. So I turned 33. I turned 34 weeks tomorrow. So that was good to hear. And even though, like he said before, they're saying baby is measuring small with the fetal growth restriction, everything is still growing accordingly with my uterus, so they don't find a reason to be concerned. I'm looking for my phone, and I'm staring at the phone on the dashboard, and I'm like, that's not my phone, but it is my phone. 204. So we discussed my my blood sugars, and I did indicate to him that I noticed for now 3 days in a row my blood sugar had went up. So for me, if my blood sugars are higher than 95 fasting 2 mornings in a row, I am to increase my insulin by 2 dosages. So I was taking 12 units as of last week. So last night, November 2nd, I noticed that I had high sugars waking up in the morning and after breakfast. So I did go up 2 doses. And then I did have a high level today when I got up and after breakfast, but I just did lunch and it went down. I'm at a safe range. I'm at 122. So, because I just increased it to 14 units last night, I'm going to maintain 14 units. And if it continues to go up in the middle of the night, then I will change it. But anyway, back to the appointment. So at the appointment, he also discussed with me my options to induce naturally, because I had a cesarean before, and there's pretty much a limit to what I can and can't use medicine-wise that would contribute to me having a uterine rupture. This is a Diet Dr. Pepper from Zaxby's. I did have the Cajun Club meal, and I don't eat the fries that come with the meal, but I eat the sandwich, and the Diet Dr. Pepper and my sugars always stay within range when I do that. But anyway, so we discussed my options to natural induction, because again, I am being induced on November 29th, which will put me at being 37 in 4 days. And he would like for me to go into labor on my own, or at least be dilated. So we discussed what my next upcoming appointment was going to be. I did ask him about the group beta strep swab that every pregnant woman does, and generally you don't do it until 36 weeks, but because it takes a week to come back and I'm getting induced at 37 weeks, I had the option of doing it today or next week. I've had it before. You get it with every pregnancy you ever have, and it's a bacteria that that is not harming to the woman. It is actually a good bacteria that you could have in your vaginal area. And so he gave me the option to test today. I turned it down, and I said I would do it next Wednesday at our appointment, only because I have to self-swab, and I didn't feel comfortable with self-swabbing myself today when I've never done it before. It's always been done by a doctor. So it was kind of weird to me that they wanted me to do it myself. So I was like, no. I thought to myself, let me just say we'll do it next week. And that'll give me time to look at videos on how it's done. So we're doing the group beta strep next Wednesday. And he did discuss somewhere between the 35 mark and the 36 week mark, we're going to sweep my membranes. So they're going to do a vaginal check. They're going to see if I'm dilated. And the goal is for me to be dilated when I have by the time I have my 37 week appointment. That way it will be more conducive to me wanting to do a vaginal birth. I don't want to do a cesarean unless I have to do a cesarean. So I'm trying my best to go and do a vaginal birth. So they've agreed to let me do a trial of labor. And if I succeed with the trial of labor, then I can say I had a vaginal birth. That's cesarean. So that's my goal. I do have some things that I'm going to try to do starting tomorrow to kind of help kickstart the process. For instance, I do have purchased raspberry leaf tea that I will be sipping on. He did mention that intercourse could help. kickstart that, which I do know that. And I am going to begin walking the baby down to try to just get him to go down and put some pressure down there. But yeah, that was pretty much this appointment. I did bring up to him and mention that I've been having more headaches. They're not consistent. They're more like migraine and tension headaches here. He did check my nasal cavities, my throat, and my ears. I've had fluid in my ears, seemed like this entire pregnancy, and I still have fluid in my ears. I hear a whooshing sound on this side, and he said that that's just a natural side effect to getting pregnant. I have never had it before, but yeah. And it's getting cold in my area, and cold is not conducive to sinus infections. And so he said that my nasal cavities weren't as swollen. They're not swollen like they were before, but they definitely can tell that it's it's an issue with my sinuses. So yeah, that's today's appointment. I do have an appointment on Friday where I will get a growth scan with my maternal fetal medicine doctor and get an update on how that's gonna go. And it will be my last growth scan, and hopefully it goes well, because I have a baby shower scheduled for Saturday, and I don't want to miss out on my baby shower. But I do know that the chances of getting admitted to the hospital by my maternal fetal medicine doctor is very high. It's just if they don't like what they see, they immediately admit you. So again, my hospital bag is always in my car. It is always ready to go. I'm always riding in my car. My truck is in the shop. I was hoping it will be out of the shop before I have this baby, but it doesn't seem that that's going to be the case. So yeah, that's just a whole nother thing. My truck is in the shop at my dad's shop, and because I don't pay labor fees to my father, I just pay the cost of the parts. And it's my daddy and my uncle runs the shop together, and neither one of them charges me for labor. So because of that, my car can only get worked on when there's not a paying customer in the bay. So with that being said, my baby has been sitting here a month because they have kind of gotten behind. But I'm not upset. We do have 2 other vehicles at our disposal. I just was really hoping I would have that SUV to bring baby home in, but the Passata would be fine. But yeah, I'm very much prepped. I will see you guys again on Friday, and let's hope we make it to the baby shower. And I am so excited. I got all of my maternity photos back, so I am going to make a video sharing how the maternity photo show turned out. I was not able to do any behind the scenes things with it, but I did enjoy the images that I got. So I can't wait to share those pictures with you with the next video. And the nursery is done, so I will be doing a nursery tour for you guys soon as well. But see you again on Friday. Whew, you guys, excuse me, I'm out of breath. Getting myself ready for this doctor's appointment. So today is November 5th. It is Friday, and it's a different Friday because this Friday I normally would be going in at 11 and getting a non-stress test done and being in there only for about 30 minutes and then going home. However, I have to get a growth scan today, so I do go in a little bit early, and we're going to go get that done today. So I'm getting myself together because I do have to check my sugar before we go. And I did my hair for my baby shower yesterday. This is my first attempt at it, and it's detangle time. So I've never done barrel twists. I have micro locks, if you guys don't know what they're called, that I have. And I did some barrel twists. And I put a kinky curl bundle on the back. I bought 3 bundles and I put on 2 of the bundles, and I'm literally just spritzing that with water. That's what's in this bottle. This is by no means a hair tutorial. I'm just getting myself together. I am gonna start drinking my raspberry leaf tea this morning. I have it sitting in the kitchen, steeping or stewing, whatever you call, whatever it is, it's called when you just let it sit there in the cup. Because I turned 34 weeks yesterday, and I now have 3 weeks until delivery, and I was going to start it at 35 weeks when I was supposed to be going in at 38 weeks. So I'm getting induced, and I'm going ahead and doing what I can to attempt to tone up the uterus. Again, I'm just getting myself together. I've noticed my hair has been itching, so I am adding some lock oil to them and hoping that it help with the itching. I'm almost out. I probably will make a trip to the hair store today to get some more. I generally don't do makeup during the week, only because I really don't be going anywhere. I'm using edge control. I get this one. It really doesn't keep my edges down because, you know, I'm natural and I have locks, but my edges are very sparse. And this does help disguise that I have edges. Plus, it colors and covers temporarily my gray hairline. But anyway, back to pregnancy, because it was about... I don't know why, but I just have this weird feeling today that I'm not going to be happy with the measurements. As you guys know, he's getting a growth scan. This is my last ultrasound as far as measurements are concerned before he's born. That's my husband coming in. I just heard the front door open. I do have to check my sugar, and I will share with you guys the tea that I chose for my raspberry. I did some research and talked to the midwife, and it was suggested raspberry leaf tea and dates. I don't particularly care for dates, so we're not gonna be eating them because I don't care for them. So it is what it is. All that just to get that off the floor. So yeah, let's go and sip this tea. All right, so we're in the kitchen. I was taking the tea back out. This is, this is the coloration of it. Again, I didn't add anything to it as far as sweeteners is concerned because I have not checked my blood sugar this morning, so I don't want to raise it up. It's not bad without anything added. I probably would consider adding honey. Or some form of sugar, like whatever your sweetener of your choice is, I would do that. Don't come for me for the comb in my head. When you have weaves and it itches, you see women do this. I don't do that. I get a metal comb and I scratch. And my hair always itch after I do some type of style to it. I did grease my scalp before I did my hair yesterday. But that's sitting right there until I get ready to leave. It's not gross, but it's not good. It's like blah. Like it could use some seasoning and freshen it up. Which I probably will try it sweetener with the second cup I drink. I do have a sugar substitute that I use now that I am a diabetic. But yeah, my sugar shouldn't be super high this morning because I did not have any carbs with breakfast. I just had eggs and steak this morning, and I am pretty full. I generally drink a 16-ounce bottle of water when I eat breakfast, so that does help with it being full. My sugar was a tad bit low this morning, so I did take a couple of sips of my OJ that I keep on deck for that reason. I'm noticing that going into the 34th week, I am not sleeping through the night like I was, and it is definitely not because I have to get up and go to the bathroom. I'm literally waking up between midnight and 2 in the morning, and I'm staying up until 5:30 in the morning, and that's when I have to start my day and get the kids together for school. Because my high schooler has to get up at 5:30 so he can catch his bus at 6:15, and then I try to doze off and get back up and do the first grader at 7 o'clock because he has to be to school at 8:30, and it takes a little bit longer to get him together. But yeah, the insomnia is really kicking in. The Braxton Hicks are kicking in. I'm out of breath when I do anything. Like yesterday, it literally took me all day to do laundry. And that's normally not a circumstance. But it literally took me all day. Like, I didn't finish our laundry. I normally do laundry on Thursdays. And it normally gets done all day in one day. But I did not finish all of laundry. And I am going to ask my husband for assistance when he comes out the bedroom so I can go ahead and get it done and get it finished. Because we have an eventful day and weekend. Today is Friday, like I said earlier, so I have a nail appointment, because tomorrow is the baby shower. Oh, and I've noticed I need to throw away all my bras and get new ones. Like, I can feel my nipples sticking out on this one. There we go. I gotta get new bras. My titties have grown, y'all. My titties have grown. So I do need to go through my bras and throw them away and get some nursing bras and get some regular bras that fit. The side effects of pregnancy. My swelling in my hands and my feet have gone down because I don't know if you guys noticed in other videos, I did not have my wedding bands on. And you see how easy I can take them off? This is like the joy of life for me right now. I have a silicone band one that I do probably intend on switching over to when I go in and give birth, just so I don't have any jewelry on me. I don't know, but I was super stoked that my rings could go back on, because for about a month and a half, my hands were so swollen that I couldn't wear them. So yeah, I will see you guys when it's time to get to the doctor's office. Hey you guys, I'm done with the appointment. I'm in my car, as you can tell. I have to run some errands, but I wanted to come in real quick and finish this vlog. A little frustrated because, excuse me, I thought I was getting a growth scan today. And in my mind, I wrapped my mind around my appointment going a certain way. And we didn't get a growth scan today. We just got a biophysical profile done. And what else? She checked fluids. She basically did an ultrasound version of a non-stress test, which is fine. It's all well and good. However, now you've kind of jumbled up my next week. So I am a little agitated, but I am happy nonetheless. They were able to get what they needed to get from the baby. He is, he hit the marks that he needed. They did a biophysical profile, and they can be awarded up to a maximum of 8 points. And Samuel got all 8 points, so that's great. They check movement, breathing. He gets points for good flow to the placenta, good flow to the brain, blood flow to the brain, good blood flow to the umbilical cord, and he got all the points that could be awarded for that. He was wanting to practice breathing more and show that he could breathe more than he wanted to actually move. My stomach is a little uncomfortable, so I'm feeling a little mild crampiness right now. And it was just, I think it's because she shook my stomach a bit to get him to move, to hit those points. And yeah, my stomach is a little crampy at the moment. But I am getting a growth scan next Wednesday. The appointment that I had on next Tuesday got canceled. And next week's appointments are a little jumbled. I'm a little irritated because I have appointments with my OB every Wednesday. And then I'm going to have an appointment with my high-risk doctor on next Wednesday. So I will be at the hospital all freaking morning. I usually have my OB appointments at 11. I usually am not done until about 12-ish. So that means I'm going to be on base from 9 to 12. And that's a little frustrating, but it's all for the well-being of baby. He is doing well. He looks as though he's happy in the womb. I am happy he did great, so that I don't have to miss out on this baby shower tomorrow. My next big thing to do is me and my friends, a couple of my girlfriends, we're going to do a belly cast. And we're going to go out to eat and kind of enjoy some girl time before I have the baby and I'm at home with baby. Because in my family, we don't leave the house for a minimum of 30 days. So I won't be coming out the house until close to the end of the year. So I am limiting who comes to the house. So yeah, that is my husband. We stopped to get gas and he came out. Of course, he's eating a hot dog, and now I regret just asking for a Dr. Pepper. Keeps telling me my face is looking messed up, and he literally just mouthed to me, "Fix my face." What'd you tell me? Say it louder so YouTube can hear you be mean to me. You told me do what?
Love you.
Yeah, now he wants to say love you. See, yeah.
Love you.
He told me fix my face. I want him to carry around this weight and be uncomfortable. Fix your face.
I'm ugly. I was born this way.
Now he wouldn't say he ugly. And the other time he'd be like, I'm fine. That's my veteran, y'all.
We both pregnant.
That's my Marine. How many months are you?
I'm 2 years.
You sure you 2 years? How long you been retired?
I don't know, but this is
You've been working on that baby since you got out of retirement in 13.
No, but I didn't get this baby until 26 months ago.
Nah, that was more than 26 months worth of eating.
Right.
Yeah.
26 months in the making.
Now, y'all, he claimed when I first got pregnant that he was going to lose all this weight. He was going to get his six-pack back while I was pregnant. Where your six-pack at?
In the store.
I thought you said you was going to get your six-pack back while I was pregnant.
In the refrigerator. Six-pack of soda in the refrigerator.
Okay, that look like you got a keg. You feel your baby move?
Huh?
You feeling your baby move?
My baby eat.
I probably should have had you get me a hot dog with some mustard, ketchup, and relish. I don't know. We're about to go to my little country hometown where my mom's from, and they got this new chicken spot over there, and I might stop and try out this new chicken for lunch.
What chicken?
The chicken place, the new chicken place across from the old R Mart.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called Big Al's. You know what I'm talking about? That grocery store. It's a gas station now too, but a gas station across the street from where I used to get my ice cream at. Oh, I thought he was eating a hot dog, y'all. He's eating an egg roll. Since when does this gas station sell egg rolls? But I am kind of irritated because, again, I had my schedules mapped out to when these appointments were going down. And now, next Wednesday, like I said, I got to be on base all day. Next Wednesday is the Marine Corps birthday.
Hoorah!
So it's going to be a bunch of people trying to get on base anyway, because all the Marines, they get free meals for Marine Corps birthday. Then the day after that is Veterans Day. I don't have any appointments on Veterans Day. That's a Thursday. I never have appointments on Thursdays. So my husband will be free to go do whatever veteran festivities he wants to do in town. Like I said, we live in a military town. But I do not want to be on base from 9 in the morning till 12 o'clock.
Hoorah.
I am the child of a Marine. I am married to a Marine. And they're going to be in the droves on base this week, next Wednesday. But the ultimate goal is to have a healthy baby. They said he looked healthy and happy on the inside. My husband asked for a profile picture of him, but Samuel wasn't feeling it. He did not want to show his face
at all.
She shook my stomach, and
you can start driving.
She shook my stomach, and
we're not
he initially was covering up one eye socket, and she shook my stomach to try to get him to move his hand. And I guess he said, "Helpful, I'm with the mess today. I'm with the issue today," because he took both hands. Make a right. Make a right. He anyway, he went and proceeded to put both his hands over his face. He didn't want to be bothered today. He is head down, and his body curls. So his head is down, and his back and butt is here, and his feet curl here. My fluids checked out fine, which I drink enough water that I wasn't concerned about my fluid levels not being an issue, because I stay very hydrated. But yeah, he's looking fine. That you know, all 3 appointments look good. I'm still agitated about both appointments I have next Wednesday, because I have to do the growth scan next Wednesday morning, And then Wednesday afternoon when I go see the OB, I've got to do that group beta strep thingy. And I got to do it to myself, and I don't want to do that. Like, you get paid to do it. Out of all my pregnancies, why y'all making me do it to myself this time? Like, I'm irritated. Like, I don't want to do this procedure to myself. It is what it is. I got to get it done next week because I only have 23 days until he's born. And I did tell the sonographer today, why are you turning left here? I did tell the you're turning left after you pass this thing up here.
Gotcha.
Where that white van just came from.
I wanted to buy.
You would think my husband, this is just sidetrack. You would think my husband and I have been together almost 10, 11 years. We've been married 7 of those years. He would figure out these back roads to the country town that I'm from, where my family's from.
Go straight through.
I wasn't
coming this way.
I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. But if we're coming from our house, if you stay on Highway 17, like you're going to the air station and turn on Dawson Cabin like you're going to your old house when we were dating,
right? But
that would have took you there.
The same roads to become
I know, but I was explaining to you coming from our house. No, it's not.
It is.
It is not.
It is.
It's not. We just gonna agree to disagree. It's not.
I'm right.
You're not right.
I'm right.
You're wrong.
You're pregnant.
That's about the only thing you're right about.
You're hormonal.
I'm not hormonal.
You don't know directions when you're pregnant.
I know directions. So when you get ready to go to the rehearsal, the wedding rehearsal tonight, which way you taking her to the church?
Oh, the number.
What's the fast? What's
Webtown Road, keep straight. To the left. As soon as you pass Pender.
Okay. That ain't the fastest way, but that's the smartest way coming down Highway 53. But anyway, now I got sidetracked with that. I forgot what the hell I was saying.
That's what you get. You're talking about you want to pay for you, but why you guys do your own procedure?
Yeah, I don't want to do this GBS thing, so I looked it up. I looked at videos. I looked it up online. It's not that complicated, honestly. They give you a Q-tip looking thingy that they swab you with like you do your PAPs, and you go in and you swab around in 3 circles, and then after you pull it out on the 3rd one, you drag it down your perineum, that little bridge between your cootie cat and your booty hole, and then you put it in a little thing. This is my irritation as to why they're requiring me to do it. How am I supposed to maneuver behind this? I can't even pick crap up off the floor because it hurts to bend over. And I'm gonna have to bend over to do all that. So why can't you just put me in some stirrups, bring a female nurse into the room, my husband will be in the room with me, and swab that way. They have done that with every pregnancy that I've had. I had to go and do that, and then I get a cervical check. Why am I doing a self-swab? The only thing I want to self-swab is when I have to do my COVID test, because I will have to get a COVID test before I come in for the induction. The midwife because in my high-risk department, we have a midwife, and then I have my high-risk doctor. My high-risk midwife did say that if I wanted her to scrape my membranes, that she could do it. However, I turned 36 on Thursdays. I mean, I turn a new week every Thursday, and my OB doesn't want to scrape my membranes until I'm 36 weeks because he wants to scrape them a week before. He wants to go that 36 week before, between 36 and 37 weeks. I am not due for my induction until 29th, so it doesn't make sense for him to scrape my membranes on the 18th when I don't come to the doctor on the 18th. I'll be coming to the doctor on the 17th that week. 2, if he scrapes my membranes on the 18th, the chances of me going into labor over that weekend is higher because I've had multiple babies. So it's not going to take much for me to go into labor. Plus, generally, I'm already dilated at that point. I think that I'm somewhat dilating now. I think that my mucus plug is starting to loosen because when he moves, I feel a lot of pressure and pain on my cervix.
Hey,
What?
leave me real quick. Can I ask you a question?
What?
I'm here to talk to you about your student loan debt. You know they call you and interview everything in the wrong time. So I figured in the middle of this, I'll let you do it to here too. Hey, you student loan debt, you owe money. Now I'm playing. Go back. When they do that, they call you during the wrong time. You trying to be serious and trying to get information out. You owe money. No, I ain't even go to college. I can't even spell college.
If y'all see me on the news, it will be for murder.
I can't even spell college. How old student loan debt?
So yeah, I already think I'm dilating, but I have very severe anxiety, and with my anxiety, I do well when I have everything prepared and planned. So my mind was prepared and planning for what I already was scheduled for. Having to do some adjusting is not unfeasible for me. It just becomes very much of an annoyance. He's gonna hit that man mailbox. I think he wants you to come past. Downside to driving in the country is you are around. You have to maneuver around a bunch of hot, big farm equipment. But in this area that my mom was born and raised at, they pretty much crop tobacco and blueberries, and that's probably what he's going to do. It's tobacco is basically a summer product, summer crop. So he's probably going somewhere to till the land just so all the good nutrients on the bottom is brought to the top before it freezes over. Because for some reason this season we bypassed fall. We went from summer where we were having 90-degree weather to straight winter, and there's 52 degrees outside right now, but it was like 39 degrees when I got ready to get the kids up for school. And when the sun goes down, it's going to drop back down into the 30s and 40s. But yeah, we have 23 days until we get the baby here. I am all together. We do have the baby shower tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can do a separate vlog and get footage of the baby shower tomorrow. That's a big emphasis on hope, because somebody in this car has pre-existing plans, so they can't be my camera person. And I don't know, we'll see how my mood is when I wake up. So, because I've not been getting any sleep either. So I do know that I'm getting to the end, because that is one of my symptoms I've always had in previous pregnancies, is that I began to get insomnia at the very end. I can't sleep, and I will only sleep 3-4 hours a night. And it's mainly, I think, because I can't get comfortable. In very much pain when he moves. He has fluid in there, but there's more baby than fluid. She didn't do a growth scan today, but to me his stomach looked proportionate to the rest of his body. But again, she didn't do any measurements, so I don't know. And they've already got me scheduled for induction, and it is what it is. But yeah, I will see you guys next week on Wednesday, November 10th, for my 2-for-1 appointment day. I don't mind coming 3 times a week because it spaces out me having to be in those appointments. But Wednesday, I am going to be very agitated. I'm just going to be very honest. I'm going to be very much agitated because when I go see my high-risk doctor, I don't have to wait. Keep straight. You will make a right if you're going to my aunt's house. However, I don't like being, when I go to my OB, Wednesdays is not a clinical day for him, to be honest with you. He is on the books to oversee his residents. So those appointments tend to be long. Like, we went and saw him this Wednesday, and this past Wednesday, I was 20-30 minutes. It was 20-30 minutes before they got me in the back. And I actually came a little bit early and checked in early. So yeah, I'm just getting very frustrated at this point. And I'm trying to not have attitudes, but people say I have attitudes. People say that my face always looks like I'm irritated and agitated. I just want them to grow a human and see how it feels.
So you admit you were right?
No. I'm not admitting anything.
You basically said you were right, but your reason is because you're pregnant. But you just said you were right. You get that resting, yeah. And not resting, yeah.
Y'all be happy on purpose, and I'll check back in with y'all next week.